Now you can see all these gait cycle details through the diagram that in this first picture you can see the heel strike. Concentrate on the right leg that the heel is touching towards this floor, that is the initial contact, and in the next loading response in which your foot has become flattened and is placed on the ground, this is the loading response. Then comes the third one, that your pelvis is stabilized and the whole weight is becoming on your flattened foot in the mid stance phase. Then comes the terminal stance, in which you can very well see that the heel is raised or heel off is showing here in that terminal stance. And now you can concentrate on the pre-swing phase, in which the toe is trying to take off rather from the ground, and these are the 5 phases. Here you can see that the gluteus maximus is taking part, tibialis anterior is there. All these are making the heel to strike or coming down to the ground. Then the loading response is contributed by the quadriceps femoris muscle. Then the mid stance, which is through the triceps suri. And then concentrate on the terminal stance or heel off from the ground is through again the triceps suri. And then concentrate on the pre-swing phase, in which the toe is trying to off from the ground. Here the deep plantar flexors and flexors of the toe along with the intrinsic muscles of the feet are taking part. Here you can concentrate on the right foot, not at a time the both feet, but you have to concentrate on the right foot. Now there is the other swing phase is gonna start. They have simplified the initial and the mid swing phase in a simple picture or a single look. You can say that single picture is showing the initial or middle swing. Mid swing, in which the contralateral abductors of the hip are taking part, iliopsoas and rectus femoris is gonna take part, and the terminal swing, in which again it is gonna touch the ground, but before that the tibialis anterior, hamstrings, quadriceps femoris, they are helping the terminal swing phase. So in this way the gait cycle is completed through the 60% of the stance phase and the 40% of the swing phase. In this way a person can walk through the process of this stance and swing phase. Thank you very much. Let's summarize the gait cycle, which you call it walking or locomotion. Though it's a complex function, but we have to make it simpler. Let's take an example of an aeroplane which is landed on to the ground. That consists of your stance phase, 60%. And when the aeroplane is gonna take off from the ground, that is the swing phase, 40%. And let me tell you, in the swing phase, it looks like that if as your leg appears as pendulum. So in this gait cycle, you will come across the deceleration, acceleration, gravity and momentum. The gravity and momentum will rather decrease the effort of walking of the body on the ground. Okay, let's see that the stance phase, which has got 5 subphases, the things common in all are the taking part of long flexor tendon of your feet and the intrinsic muscles. They are all present to help out the stance phase. And in all 5 stance subphases, we have to preserve our foot arches and to stabilize our pelvis. And another important thing to tell you that in the first 3 subphases of stance phase, deceleration is common, and it also occurs in the last phase of swing. And what about acceleration? It is present in the last 2 phases of stance and becomes maximum in the first phase of swing. So these are the few things that you have to remember, and then the gait cycle will become easier for you. Then we have to remember about another important thing. Let's discuss that we have to cram about the hip extensors, which are gastrocnemius, you can very well see. Then the hip flexors, which are iliopsoas and rectus femoris. Then you should know about the knee extensors, which are quadriceps femoris. Then you can mention the knee flexors, which are hamstrings. Now you should know about the dorsiflexors, like tibialis anterior, and then the plantar flexor, which are triceps surae, the gastrocnemius and soleus. In addition to all these major headings, you have to know about the pelvic stabilization, that the hip abductors, the gluteus maximus, minimus, tensor fasciae lata, they are going to stabilize your pelvis. So all these things help you out to learn the gait cycle. And you know what? That the sensory or motor system or neuromuscular action, they are combinedly acting together to make your walking easy.